but I steadily feel like a refugee. That's how they treat you as soon as you get a felony. My life is glorified by rappers and celebrities, but they never talk about America rejecting me. When I did my time, I was rolling the dice, but something that took 30 seconds, giving 30 to life. And the legislation that's supposed to be controlling the fight won't even let you vote for the man that's controlling your life. It's crazy, cause even though I might never be heard, when Obama do a speech, I hang on to every word. And he a star shit, I listen to a celebrity word. He told my granny she keep her house, then got kicked to the curb. She homeless, no not really, but she lost her hope. Jumping for joy when she got the house, now she tossed her rope. But she good, even though she could be bitter in a lot of ways. Though this country hurt her, she still talk about them Chicago days. With a silent gaze, looking through open shades, talking about one day this country is gonna be full of gays. When my granny home, we really go home. She'll sing America just like it was her favorite song. I'ma sing along. Ooh, I'ma sing along. Yeah, I'ma sing along. Yeah. Look, oh, beautiful for spacious skies that's full of broken homes, yeah. Why lawyers cheat and doctors lie? No, they say I don't belong. Say America,
because they're all so fascinated with me do this. And I was like, I'll work it out with Mary Lee, and so if there's a way that to get some of these sound files back.
A couple of years ago, we came together as a group to form this organization, the Oak Hill Prison Humanities Project. Gathered new volunteers to teach new classes on art, on drama, some of the components that you'll see in the exhibit. And I came up with the idea for the exhibit last spring, but it was really something that I had been hoping to put together for a while, to get the different kinds of art being produced at the prison out into the community, and to really give these men an outlet for their creativity, to provide them with a voice.
General Pratt, you forcibly sent all Native children across this land to boarding schools. You sent us there to become better people, but instead we were raped and beat. Away from anything we knew, our hair was cut, we were forced to speak English and go to church, forced to learn a better way of life from the very priests and nuns sneaking around at midnight to touch a child under the cover of darkness. Your intent was for us to forget our identity. The beliefs and ceremonies of a unique people were such a threat that you sent an entire generation away to be brainwashed. In sending those babies to those houses of rapes and beatings, mothers and fathers couldn't teach sons and daughters. They couldn't pass on that knowledge held close to heart. I'm here to say that you failed, General. I am traditional and live the ceremonies you tried so hard to take. You did manage to do something, though. You made us stronger. You were fond of saying, kill the savage, save the man. But I am and will remain 100% savage.
Chiquillo, yo recuerdo que yo tuve tantos sueños. Chiquillo, yo recuerdo que yo tuve tantos sueños. De chiquillo yo recuerdo que yo tuve tantos sueños, de ser un doctor y de ser un bombero, de ser un beisbolista como Fernando y Roberto, un hombre verdadero como mi querido viejo, muy amado como Don Vicente, cantar como Pedrito pa' que me quiera mi gente. Un arquitecto, me gustaba dibujar y las estrellas las trataba de tocar. Me la pasaba yo siempre soñando, la de la mochila azul siempre cantando. Y mi abuelito con su linda bendición, que mi hijo crezca bien alto, me decía con amor. Todos seguros de que yo la iba a hacer. Mi padre me decía que querer es poder. Y yo soñaba, siempre soñaba, inconsciente que el destino en el camino me esperaba. Porque se fue ese sueño que tuve ayer de ser alguien que todo el mundo pueda querer. Porque se fue ese sueño que tuve ayer, no sé dónde. Ese sueño lo fui a perder, no sé por qué me desvié de la vida, del camino que tanto soñé.
The exhibit is called Artists in Absentia because, first of all, we have been given the opportunity to hold the exhibit here in the Bubbler space as part of the Artists in Residency program. And the title represents the idea that these men can't be here in person, of course, but they're really at the heart of what we're doing.
Confined to a 374 brick layer room where my roommates are an unappetized inflated pillow considered as a mattress. I circle around the hollow cave, nauseated with the liquefying trance spirits, laugh with the patient walls, visualized with so much played graffiti, listing secret names and mankind personification. 3 words written in a thriving fabric to smear black ink dies through my empty exposed eyes. Is this death? I repeat over and over in a quiet whisper that echoes from the pits of my belly, breaking the concentration of my once mortal heart, now secure in the crying solidarity within this closed space. Each envisioned words burn fury with its tortured life, becoming a prostitute to my vision, which danced seductively to the sounds of a violin. Even if the devil doesn't exist, I will create him, because I have always created him in my own image and likeness. Speaks of life now, people, and after, due to my thoughts, became incomparable suggestions of suicide. Alone in this small space where Armageddon is defined by 374 bricks of Chaco inspirations. Is this death? Commands my tomorrow laced with promise. In the man with tongue, remember the previous apocalypse. The king legacy I carry to my grave is my death.
Yeah, I too am America. Yeah, I too am America. Yeah. Okay, here we go, y'all. Look, and looking through his hourglass, memories my enemies, cause I got a sour past. I took the coward path, focused on easy money. Daddy left me and mama, and he ain't leave me nothing. Auntie said she seen it coming, too smart for my own good. Had that with being stubborn.
Like that, and have the overarching plan for the semester was to pair text with images. So each week of the semester constellated around a different facet of personhood. So masculinity, America, and in this case, family.
This is a painting that I really didn't take too seriously at first, not really understanding the implications of what I could speak on, being the role of family, love, what that means. And to understand where we're going, I always know that, you have to understand where you've been, and what is the past, where I am now, where do I want to be. And that's what this painting is all about, really. It goes like, tell me why love subsides. When 2 come together to create 3, a family, but love untrue will unwind the 2, cutting the child from the family tree, falling into a life less than hoped to be. And, for adoption or whatever, that was me, I just couldn't understand it. It was a big part of this. And well, that's about all I got right now. That's about all.
Your face is so perfect, it's flawless. Oh baby, you're so beautiful and gorgeous, and I need to know if your night is open. May I take you out? If you say no, I know that I tried. It might hurt, it might
And we're going to use that as a jumping off point to talk about what advice would you give to someone you love. How many of you have a dad? How many of you have ever received good advice, what you would call good advice from your father?
2 people you never make mad. That's the barber and the cook.
How about the dentist and the surgeon?
You can go along with that too if you want.
The tattoo artist.
Wait to see your pretty face, 'cause I know that your beauty will take my breath away. Baby, come with me and you'll see I'll be all you need.
I was asked to draw an object. If I were to be something, what would I be? The thing that came to my mind immediately was saxophone. And that's not an actual depiction of how a saxophone really looks. It's really complicated to draw one. Everybody knows what a saxophone is if they see. That's all that matters, is get a rough depiction of it. And the poem that goes with it would tell the whole story.
There's spaces within what we've got, whether it's on audio or on video, of them struggling with what I think is pointing to this larger problem, which is just like they're in a position where, yes, they're fortunate enough to be able to take part in these programs, but they're also still not able to fully express themselves the way they might want to in these spaces. John's story the other night of his first song, Digging, not being allowed in, and then him coming back to do another song, and you can tell, you know, the way he's trying to figure out what that line is between what's going to get allowed and what's not.
She drinks too much when she's with him. Nothing else to do, nothing else to say. This old house is long, long gone. Bank took it away, bulldozed it down, made a way for the new town road. No more trees to plant, no more seeds to sow. And my old dog, she wondered where I went when the cops took me away. Jealousy seized the day, and this old prison starts to feel like home. Talking to the walls, the bricks you count them on. And where I grew in, there's concrete floor, pacing and thinking more of what went on before I hit the concrete floor. Concrete floor.
Very clearly, even in the exhibit and in the poetry and in the movie, etc., there's a certain extent of self-censorship, because they know exactly what they can say and what they cannot say, or they're really testing the boundaries to the extent that they can.
Can I get your undivided attention? What is love without good kissing? Now I'm awake. 6th grade in the classroom, I was clowning. Drama, mystery, horrors, comedians. Your choice. Big dogs, no elephants. Yeah. White pearls in the air with blonde hair. She look elegant. Cute smile. Big party, chandelier, we should dance. Take my hand. It's me and you against the world. When you sleep at night, I want you to dream with me. A king on the throne, let's get it.
Are we going to pair writing from the writing class with images from the art, or different walls for different media?
Jeremy, what do you think?
It might be better if we do sections, not mixing them piece by piece, but chunk by chunk, just for the flexibility that we would need to make it work in this space.
And so Jeremy recorded all of the text in Tuesday writing?
Yes, it's closer to 11 in total in terms of the number of pieces.
We would like to take one more take with Drew and just record it as a voiceover, because I think it's also very powerful, you know, just like that. When Drew wrote his piece and did his piece, it was with him and another actor. It became, from a very touching piece, it became more of an, it became funny.
Daddy!
Yes, Bellaby?
I love you so much, Daddy.
I love you too, baby.
Steady count!
Bro!
So I asked Drew if he would be okay just keeping it in his mind. Then I asked Claire to do the voice of the daughter so he could hear the voice and he can imagine his daughter.
Wow, it's beautiful.
It's our family.
Our family, Very nice.
Daddy,
Yes, honey.
how much longer before we can be a family?
5 more years, baby. 5 more years.
That's it? 5 years isn't very long.
No, not so long.
Daddy,
Yes, Bellaby.
I love you so much, Daddy.
I love you too, baby.
Standing count!
Bruh! You okay, bruh? Get up, man. It's count time. Man, you was gone. You alright?
What kind of man would I be if I said here in the light, said everything was going just fine by the dawn's of light. I see myself just fading with the night. I see the wind winding over the plains with all the air. But every good thing has a end. They say this life comes with a price. We don't usually want to pay. Put in a good 7 or 8 hours of work every day. And one day it's time to punch in. Hell, son, you done well for yourself. You done just fine. Got yourself a pension and a good old wife and a couple of kids running around. But guess I'm just wondering why holding on to your pride. Sometimes you got to let it go. Guess I'm just wondering.
It's a maker space, so it's a little different from your typical gallery space. Grows as the artists inhabit it. So we got to make some space to allow all that stuff to happen, you know? This gives people a way to react and to be able to come in and send a message back to somebody who's stuck in that situation for whatever reason. That's what art is all about. You create these communication loops. You put stuff out there, stuff comes back. That's a reaction to what you did. And to be able to provide that for people that are locked away, I think is really like an amazing thing.
Why is it we work what others may think is a man? We get measured by the places we've been, all the things we have done. Is it just our pride? Holding on to a past we won't let die. Whoever said it was easy just saying goodbye. Well, it must have been, it must have been my pride. Well, we just got to let it. You got to let it. You got to let it. You got to let it go. You've just got to let it.
Ever since the Race to Equity report came out, I've been trying to pay attention more to what's going on around issues of race in Madison and Dane County. And this seemed like a different entry point to me than other things that are more talk. When I was walking around and when I was listening to the pieces on writing, I just thought it's such a mix of triumph and strength and sorrow and tragedy because of the lives of people who are obviously talented and passionate and intelligent and creative and those lives being lived out behind bars. So my piece has a sort of a fist, which is the power and the strength, and then a tear, which is the sadness and the loss.
There's a last picture in Life magazine, and it was a swan sleeping on a snow background. So I had this one sheet of black paper left. And I said, man, it'd be cool if I did this swan on a black piece of paper. And it turned out okay.
Actually, when I first came in, I walked over there by the music part, and I knew he had did a song, and when I went to visit him, he was like, Trina, I did this song, I put my heart into this song. And I was like, okay, Junior, because I know my brother can write and I know my brother can sing. When I walked over there and I listened to the song, and I first heard it, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I started getting teary-eyed because he really did put his heart and soul into that song. Everything my brother said was true. It was all there. He missed his sons being born. He missed out on a lot of things being in jail all this time. So for my brother, this would probably be one of the most positive things that he's done in the last 8 years. I mean, he speaks of doing things, and I want to believe him because that's my baby brother. I love him, and to hear that song, it just shows that he's finally opening up about things that he's been through, and for him to open up, he's starting to change.
I was a lost soul in the crowd, wondering where I stand. I felt like a cup of water in a lake, searching for difference. So what is the difference between me and everyone else around me? Many years went on with me doing and being like the next. Yet all along I still felt out of place, as if I don't belong where I am and don't even know where I belong. It was the day I washed ashore with my face in the sand. Once I opened my eyes, I noticed that each grain was different.
Emotion recognition function plus neighbor snips and sniggers, which translates her motherboards run riot on ion gibberglot. My playful companion programs to yawn back. She's my nearest star, my dream hacienda, by one-stroked vapor trail, indelible.
For the first time, my eyes are open to the future. I can see it through the windshield of life. As I sit here daydreaming about the realistic side of the corner and for what it was constructed.
The exhibit says to me that redemption is possible. The other thing that the exhibit says to me is that we are a part of a community that cares. A lot of times when men and women are incarcerated, one of the key components that's missing is the contact that we have that reminds us of our humanity and that we have the capacity and the ability to reconnect.
He said, did you go there yet? Did you go there yet? Then he was in there singing.
Jesus is my Lord, my Savior, and my friend. He took me by the hand and led me in. He bridles my tongue, lets my words edify, and finds my words acceptable in his sight. See, he's a light in the darkness, the beacon on my path. He drank the cup and paid the price for me. We are heirs to the throne. This world is not our home. Jesus bled and died for me.
Then I got here, and I know when he gets out, he is not going to be quiet out there. He's going to do something that's going to help the people understand yourself, understand something else. There's so much on my heart, I don't know how to explain it.
Regrets? Oh yeah, there's lots of regrets that he ended up behind the walls. But in retrospect, none of us have figured out what else he could have done. Is everybody there innocent? No. Is our criminal system absolutely horrible? No, probably not. But I certainly have a different thought about it than I did before this experience. And I know that our son is anxious to continue taking the classes. He's back, signed up for 3 now. He's involved in them.
Tonight, my name's Jose Vergara. I'm a volunteer at Oak Hill through the Oak Hill Prison Humanities Project. I also coordinated this exhibition with the help of many, many people. My hope is that I invite you to appreciate this art, not just as inmate art, inmate artists, inmate musicians, but simply as art that deserves to be recognized and understood on its own merit. My hope is that in doing so we can cultivate conversations, dialogues about broader issues, about the humanities, about incarceration, about the arts, about the values.
Got in trouble for not eating my lima beans. If I had $1 billion, I would buy me a time machine. Take me back to '93 when the Bulls won their 3rd title. Mom and Pop was still together. They would teach me about the Bible. Jesus loved me, this I know. For the Bible tell me so. Next thing you know, Daddy was gone and Mama was smoking dope. My life wasn't the hardest, and at times it was fun. Mama cleaned up her act, and I got 2 beautiful sons. If I could speak to the world before my lecture begun, I would tell all the kids to try to forever be young. If I could speak to the world before my lecture begun, I would tell all the kids that they too are America. They too are America. Yeah, they too are America. Oh, they too are America. Yeah, listen, they had me isolated. It's my declaration of independence from prison POs and sanctions. The pastor hating, he said Almighty would never make it. Time wasted from slaving, working and serving Satan, and I ain't even know it. But now my mind is clear. I gotta make up the years I disgraced my pioneers. And when I talk the streets, it's just a testimony. But when I see the streets, it's so depressing, homie. 1 way in, 2 way exit. Born in the hood, you either die or get arrested. But some people slip through the cracks in the crevice, giving us all dreams that would never be perfected. We all unfortunates, just trying to make a way, trying to duck the coroner prison system in the game. The game is for big dogs, and that'll lure you in. And all the big dogs is quick to pull you in. They give you a pack, they give you a name, they should give you insurance and give you a grave. Cause the average life of them homies is 28. That mean every freshman in high school is middle age, and they too are America. They too are America. Yeah. Said I too am America. Yeah, I too am America. Oh, oh. I too am America. I too am America.